what's your favorite gig you had, like on your own or with as a session musician?
Sure. Well, I could think of one specific one. It was 1999. It was with Buck Cherry, and we played Woodstock '99. And it was that weekend where fires broke out, and the Chili Peppers played, and James Brown played, and it was crazy. Uh, but it was yeah, but that was like really fun weekend, and I remember just playing to that sea of people and rocking the Buck Cherry music, and it was pretty awesome. That was a huge crowd, um, and I also remember a gig. Fast forward, maybe like 8 years or so, and playing with Chris Cornell in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And I remember we played some really big kind of arena there or something, and maybe it was a festival or something. And yeah, and it was basically like we couldn't. It took us an hour in the van just to get there because it was so crowded and crazy. And but that was a big concert. Actually, you could find that on YouTube. Just Chris Cornell Rio, and they televised it and recorded the whole thing. So that was a really cool concert as well. Um, I tend to like intimate shows more when I'm performing. Even, for instance, yeah, I mean, it's just like when you have the connection with your audience and it's close, it's you could tell they're listening. Whereas like when you're playing some big arena and you've got in-ear monitors in your ears, and you're about 10, like maybe like 2 or 3 meters away from your guitar amp, so you can't get feedback from it. And yeah, it's like when you're on this giant stage, you can only really hear your bass player who's like 5 meters away or whatever, like through the ears. And so I don't know, there's definitely a disconnect with big stages and big audiences. And big audiences, they actually already love the music, so whether you play good or bad, they're not really gonna care. They're just gonna be like, yeah. But if you're playing some small place and maybe people don't know what you're playing or they're actually listening, you can get a reaction that's more authentic. So personally, I like intimate performances in terms of the musical synergy that happens, and also I like to be close to my guitar amp so I can get the right sustain from the guitar and those kind of things. So yeah, so I mean, I've played many small concerts too, but the big ones are notable just because of the huge crowds and the energy is nuts. So we also played, Buck Cherry also played Osaka Dome at the Millennium New Year's. So it was like the 2000 New Year's concert, and it was also like Mr. Big and Aerosmith. That's right. It was a really big. That was probably the biggest concert I think I ever played. I don't know, a couple 100,000 people.